Good morning, and welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge. Hey, man, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Hopefully everything is going the way you plan, and if you ain't got up to work yet, get your butt going, man, because motorcycle parts ain't cheap. But, hey, let everybody know we're on. Share with a friend. Hey, we going in. It's the Iron Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting y'all gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting y'all gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly. 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We Iron Elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Roll the wall, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it, I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know I hardly did it, I'm real naughty with it. My ride clean when it bling, I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it? I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hitting. She dropped it down and split it, backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lames riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll the wall, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey, man. Hey, welcome everybody, man. But you know Sarge has got a story to tell before we get started. So y'all bear with me. So here it is, man. I'm going to tell this story. Wife, I promise I'm going to make the story short. So here we go. Sunday morning, every Sunday morning, man. Sarge got the same routine, man. I get up in the morning. I figure out what I need to handle with the wife. If there's some issues, some things that we need to take care of, whether it be errands or whatever, just get it all out the way. And I get everything positioned, man. 12:15. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. I'm feeling it myself. I get everything squared away in the garage. And the wife peeks out the door. She say, "You gonna be all right?" I say, "Yes, wife. Because the day gonna be our day. We going all the way today, wife." She go, "Okay, I got you." And she closed that door. And I sit in. And I'm just sitting and I'm waiting and I'm excited and I'm smiling. And I'm posting on Facebook and I'm saying, we gonna do it today. 1 o'clock come on, the kickoff start. I go and get a beverage and I sit down and I get comfortable. And we roll out there. In about 15 minutes, the whole day is ruined, man. Them dang Jaguars get me every time, and I believe it every time. And at the end of the day, man, it's the same old thing, bro. And I normally have to end up playing this song right here at the 2-hour mark of the game. I'm just saying. everything gonna be all right because my football team stinks, man. Let me stop, man. That's not what y'all here for today, man. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Hopefully, your football team is not as bad as mine, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the great epic ride, the I-10 to the end. And this is the couples edition. This is the Can-Am edition. And I don't know if they got like a dynamic duo name, but I'm gonna let them tell us about it. But we got Ray and we got Linda, and we're gonna be on talking about their ride this morning. So with that being said, family, how are you this morning?
We're good.
Pretty good.
Hey man, how'd y'all like my story?
It was good.
Hey man, I'm sorry.
Had my eyebrows raised for a minute.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm shout out, man. The wife say, you going to need therapy after this football season is over. Hey, so family, you guys are back officially now. What, 7 days, 8 days?
12 days.
Yeah.
12 days.
12 days.
Okay, because y'all did some other things after you finished the 10, right?
Did some detours, yes, sir.
Yeah, you did some bucket list stuff. Was it bucket list stuff?
Bucket list.
Bucket list
Okay.
is too.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So we did the I-10 to the end. This is the Can-Am edition. And I think I told y'all I think y'all might have been like the 6th or 7th Can-Am that we had go across. Something like that. I want to double check, but I think it's about the 6th or 7th Can-Ams that we've had go across. And I told y'all that, man, respect for those Can-Ams, man. Those Can-Am goes across country, man. They don't have no problems. You know, it is, well, we're going to get into it. We'll talk. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But anyway, family. So how do you guys feel being back home safe and sound now off that road?
Feels great not to wake up and put that rain suit on.
Yeah.
I hear you. So for everybody out there, give us the dates from when you started your trip.
We left North Carolina on the 26th of October.
Okay.
North Carolina, rode down to Jacksonville, Florida, stayed the night there at the hotel in Jacksonville. Got up the next morning about 3 and started the journey from the I-10 to the end sign, doing the IBA 1,000 miles to San Antonio first to get that out the way.
Okay, so before we get into the ride, if you guys don't mind, we'll go ladies first. Introduce yourself to everybody and tell us a little bit about you if you don't mind.
Hello, my name is Linda Faye. Born and raised in a Nasty Natty, also known as Cincinnati. Joined the military, did 22 years in the military, Army. After joining the Army, I retired in 2007, started working the same job I did in the military for the Army as a human resource. Then I retired from that job in 2020. I got my, I rode a cruiser. I got test rode on a cruiser. So, because we came back from Korea, Ray was talking about, us getting a bike together and ride together. So we went and looked at Harleys, but they was kind of too expensive. So first I had to get my license. So I got tested on a cruiser, but I felt that the cruiser was not for me because I knew that we was going to be doing some long distance riding. So one of the squad leaders in the unit that I was in was talking about the Can-Am Spiders. So I went looking at the Spiders and said, yeah, that's probably comfortable for me to ride. And then that's what I had got. And I had got my first Spider was like in 2014. It was an STS, and I really enjoyed that. So then we had rode that long distance for a while, and then after I retired, Ray told me, hey, we need to get another one, if we're going to be doing a lot of long distance ride. And that's how I ended up with this one, but I had something before in between that one. So that's how I ended up with my this 2021 that I'm riding now. And I'm just enjoying life. We living on a fixed income because we're 2 retirees. So we just enjoying life. That's all what it's about. Making memories 1 mile at a time while we're enjoying life together.
Right on. And thank you, Linda Faye, for your service. Thank you.
Well, I'm Ray Charles, originally from Haines City, Florida. In case you're wondering, that's about 20 minutes from Disney World in Polk County. I did 26 years in the military and medically retired due to my last tour in Afghanistan, where I had a minor stroke and permanent nerve damage in my left side, and I got a left foot drop. We was gonna get 2 Harleys, but because my left foot is not working and my left leg is not working real well, we decided on the Can-Ams. And our names is Ray Charles and Linda Faye, but we also go by the Wanderless Williams when she want to do her bucket list. She's my road captain.
Okay, hold on. The Wanderless Williams.
She's the road captain. I'm just the road captain. I got to get her to her destination safe and sound and back until
right
she
on
next destination or bucket list. So every time I take one step forward of a bucket list, she already got 2 in her head she want to cross off.
Very cool. And thank you, sir, also for your service. So both of you guys did what, 22?
26.
Okay. Don't let them fool y'all, folks. They living good. Life is good.
On a fixed income.
Hey, well deserved though. Well earned, man. Well earned. So awesome. So we're gonna call this the Veterans Edition, man. So this is a very cool thing. So okay, so now we're on 2 Can-Ams. Is this our first time going across the country from coast to coast?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So pretty excited about that. Am I correct?
Yes.
Very, she was. Very.
Okay. Very, very cool. So, hey, before we get started, hey, welcome everybody for coming in. Appreciate you guys coming in, spending a little time with us this morning. Memphis Tank, Riding and Wrench, C1s, DJ D Redder. We appreciate everybody for being in with us this morning. As you come in, if you could do us a kind favor and hit the like button so we can get the algorithms going and get things moving. Hey, so folks, we come up with this idea finally now. We want to go across the country as a couple. From the time that you guys registered from the ride to the time that you guys started at the start point, was there a preparation time? And if there were, how did you guys get prepped and ready to go for this kind of ride?
Well, we was originally we had got positioned. We was doing a lot of rides before, and originally we were supposed to launch in June. And my bike started having problems, but then they said it was fixed. I kept on having, like, I could ride a little bit and then the bike would kind of like stop. So the night before we were supposed to launch, I had prayed and said, hey, God, if this is not the way that it should be, give me a sign. So we got up the next day, we rode down to Jacksonville. Bike was good. We made it all the way to Jacksonville. We stopped at the Florida rest stop, got our little orange juice. And as soon as I went back out there to start up the bike wouldn't start. So I told Ray, hey, I talked to God last night and I told him, hey, if this is not supposed to happen, I'm not going. So I'm telling you, my bike was good. We rode all the way down to Florida. No issues, no problems. But as soon as I got to that Florida stop sign, we went in and got some juice. I got back out because I even sent you a text to say, hey, we launching tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Next thing you know, when I got out there, that bike wouldn't start. I told Ray, hey, we're not going. I didn't feel comfortable. I told him, I talked to God last night. I told him, hey, if this is not for us, then give me that sign. And he gave me the sign. And I sent back your text, say, hey, we're not launching. So Ray was like, hey, if that's how you feel, we're not going to go because I want you to be comfortable. But he said, I wish that God would have told you a little early before we had gotten to Florida. I was like, hey, he gave me the sign, so we ain't going. So we went back. We went back the next day. We came back to North Carolina. I took it back up to the shop and I told him, hey, this bike is not fixed and I'm not comfortable riding to California. So after they did some more tests, it was my gas pump? Fuel pump. So they fixed it. So they replaced it. So everything was going good. We had did some test runs for the bike, long distance a little bit. And then I was going to go in my September. I turned 60. I said, okay, we can do it in September. I turned 60. I had a little party before my 60th. And we was going to get on the road. Next thing you know, we seen some hurricanes coming through Texas. I was like, nope, he give me the sign again. I ain't going to go. So I told him we're not going to even plan on going. So then we looked at our schedule again and said October was pretty good. Nothing was going on. It seemed like, hey, it looked like it was like no issues. I didn't feel no problems going on. I said, hey, we can go in October. And that's how we ended up officially leaving like that Sunday, leaving Hope Mills. I had no issues. I felt confident, and I was like, "Hey, we can proceed on." And we talked about it. So that's how we got to where we was getting to. Where we kicked off on Sunday going down. He wasn't too happy when I told him, but I was like, "Hey, I got a sign, and I'm going with that sign that I got."
I think you even told me, Big Sarge, September is good, but October is better, much
Yeah,
better because of the
yeah,
weather.
it is actually.
Starting off, great weather.
Yeah, yeah, it's the sweet spot. You know, mild days, a little cool at night, but not. You know, it's manageable. Yeah, it is. I'm over this way. You know, when people ask me that, you know, there's things that are a little bit more comfortable, but at the end of the day, none of it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
None of it. You still got to do that time.
Still got a side of walk.
Yeah, you still got to do that time in the saddle. So okay, so just real quick before we really get into it, is just something I thought about as Linda was telling the story. I remember me and you, Ray, talking on the phone when that happened.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm a hardhead. I'm always trying to figure out ways to get things fixed. And I mean, you were like, nah, Sarge, it ain't gonna happen. We finna turn this puppy back around and we finna go on back to the house. The wife ain't feeling it. And yeah, he wanted none of that action. So wisely so, he
no issues starting out there, son. No issues.
Yeah, no issues, my guy. So it's apparently you guys made the wise decision to turn around, to regroup, to be able to do what you needed to do the right way when it was time to do it. Is that fair?
Yes.
Hey, man, it ain't always when you want it, but it always be on time. So we get into this, and I'm gonna take it from this point. So it was probably you guys. Y'all didn't have to do a lot of prepping because y'all done different rides, and y'all were prepping for this ride, and you had to recock, and so basically, and you stop me if I'm wrong, Linda. So basically, you just put everything away, put everything on pause, waited to the new date, and then just get right back into it. Am I correct?
No, we did I think our practice run was Maryland and the North Carolina Four Corners.
Mm-hmm.
We did the North Carolina Four Corners, I think.
It was like July.
Yeah, make sure the bike was good. So that was like 1,500 miles we did for the North Carolina. We did some sightseeing on that ride also.
Oh, okay, great. Okay. So now we're ready to go. We got it popping. And I'm gonna ask also some questions with health because obviously I know we're is it fair? Both of us are disabled veterans, am I correct? Both of you guys are? Okay,
Yes.
so we disabled veterans, so there's obviously some ailments and things that us, and when I say that, I mean all three of us that we have to deal with or prepare ourselves when getting ready for a long distance motorcycle riding. So in this case, and let's start with you, Ray. How do you prepare yourself knowing that you have issues that might come up and be exacerbated from long distance riding? Is there some special type of thing you get ready for and prepare yourself with?
Physically, I started walking every morning. I got up about 5 or 6, started walking, and got off the soda. She was pushing me to drink bottles of water. So I think I was drinking 10 to 12 bottles of water to flush my body out. So once I got back and what I thought was in shape, what I know I wasn't, but the walking helped where my sleep cycle was on point where I was able to get up at 4 in the morning, still going to bed at 11 or 12. But I think the walking to condition my body, because I know I was going to be sitting for a while where you get stiff on the bike. So the leg wasn't going to sleep as much. But I got the left nerve damage in the left leg, so basically, and left foot drop. So the conditioning was the biggest part, and drinking the water.
Big for everybody out there. Drinking water is first. As you said, walking, trying to get some type of cardio going, to kind of increase blood flow in the body. I suggest you do that as well. Walking or some type of elliptical machine. I know some of us get in a weight room and do weights, some go swimming, but doing something physically active to get yourself prepared for, again, dealing with uncomfortable conditions on the bike. Is that fair, folks?
Yeah, I had to change my eating habits, snacks to fruit.
Facts.
I started eating watermelon and cucumbers and grapes. So I'm like vegetarian type thing.
Yeah, big deal. Was it anything particular that you did, Linda?
Besides exercising, I think I let my body rest. Like we had just came back from cruise in October, and I just let my body rest. I didn't. I wasn't running the streets as much as when we came back from our venture.
Shopping, running the street shopping.
So I was letting my body rest.
Not in the street for shopping.
I was
Right.
I was being relaxed, and I think that was my sign that I was just letting my body rest. I was getting up later because I don't usually stay in the bed long. So people would call me like, "Damn, you still in the bed?" And I was like, "Yeah." But I think I needed that. I think I need my body to rest for this journey because I wasn't as tired as I normally would be. Because I know the first time we did the Iron Butt, and that was from Tulsa coming back here, I was wore out for a couple of days coming back. But when we did the 1,000, when we left Jacksonville to where we stopped at, I wasn't tired. I wasn't as drained as I was. So I even told him, I said, I think that rest that I got from when we came back from our cruise to the time we started, I think my body needed that. And it was like I was well rested.
Very good. Very good. So we understand now we have to kind of change the eating habit just a little bit and start taking on more fruits, vegetables, water, more sleep, some light exercising if you don't exercise regularly. And then understanding as well stretching. Stretching is a big deal. Did I sum it up, folks?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. So, okay, now I'm a Harley Davidson motorcycle rider, so I kind of know what we go through and how we pack out our bike. But I'm not very familiar with a Can-Am. Okay, for those that don't know a Can-Am, can you guys explain how a Can-Am is set up for us?
You basically got 4 bags. You got the front trunk, some call it the frunk, FRUNK. You got that rear tour guide thing like y'all got on the back of the Harleys, and you got 2 saddlebags. My recommendation is get you a riding suit and ride that across country. Even if you get wet, you can wash it, because I talked to my eye in the sky, which is as Kodak the most hated.
Yeah, shout out to Kodak.
I still overpack. I had 1 pair of jeans on and one in the thing just in case for emergency, and about 10 shirts prepping for the weather that I thought, because we're going coast to coast, it was going to be cold. But lo and behold, we were blessed with the weather god, and I think the hottest it got is 80s degrees, and the lowest it got was like 70. So we had perfect riding weather for the 6 days all the way to California, going into Oklahoma is where I think God turned the water on us.
Yeah.
And it
Okay,
rained
so
on my back home.
okay, so let's do that for our folks that don't know. For our folks that have been sleeping on the rock that don't know what a Can-Am is. A Can-Am is made by who? Who makes Can-Am?
Can-Am Spider.
The BRP.
Can-Am Spider. Okay, so Can-Am Spider is a 3-wheel or front wheel based motorcycle, right?
2 in the front, 1 in the rear.
2 in the front, 1 in the back. Okay, it has a compartment up front, 2 saddlebags on the side, and a tour pack in the back.
Yes, sir.
So it's kind of equipped to be able to carry quite a bit of gear. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
If you military pack.
Okay, if you military pack, okay, bet.
Hold everything
So
tight. You just can't throw it in.
okay,
Remember how y'all pack? If you say you got to pack light,
right.
I'm out. You pack light, you can freeze at night, but you don't want to overpack, and then you trying to buy stuff along the way and ain't got no place to put it.
Okay, so very cool. I'm going to address one question, and then we're going to get into what you guys packed. So for a Can-Am Spider, how big is the tank?
It says 5.5 gallons. 6.5 gallons. Either 5.5 or 6 gallons. I can't remember.
What kind of gas mileage does it get?
Me, I'm a chance guy. I take the tank. My boss had told me at 120, 125, 150 miles, she's getting gas.
Right.
She's not.
Okay, so if you had to, could you get 200 miles?
If I had to, doing about 80, I think we can go about 180.
About 180. Okay.
180 miles an hour.
Okay. Okay, ain't bad. That ain't bad.
So Big Star, you got different versions of the Can-Am. You got the RTs, which we both got, and
They're
then you
heavier.
have the F3s.
F3
The
can do
F3s
200.
can go further. They can do 200 because they're a
So,
lighter bike and they're
oh,
more sportier. But so the two versions is we have both have RTs, but then they have the F3s. The F3s can go further. They can do the 200 easily.
okay. So the F3s are more like sport, and y'all's
Yeah.
are like touring.
Right.
Okay, okay. I bet you there's a big difference between the comfort on that bad boy, isn't it?
Much
Between the
different.
Well,
F3 and the.
it's how you position yourself because some people like the F3s and they're comfortable, but like the F3s sit in, so it's like you get in and sit in. The RTs is like you sitting on. So like when my first bike is STS and the F3s took over from the STS, so I was comfortable with STS and I took that to Wyoming. So it was a nice ride, but it's how that person feel comfortable on that bike because some people feel comfortable sitting in, which is the F3, and the RT I sit on. So I'm sitting higher, but the F3 it's the person's individual how they feel because you can still go long distance with the F3. It's the rider's preference really.
I would just say if you 5'8" and below, because those F3s footrest slide back and forth. So if you're a shorter person, I'm thinking the F3 probably be better for you because you got those footrests that slide to your comfort. Me personally, I sit in my back seat. A lot of people don't believe that, but I sit in my back seat so I can
Yeah.
stretch my legs.
Okay. Okay. Well, I definitely learned something today. Then. Okay. Good stuff. So for October, obviously, you've got some guardian angels out there. You got Kodak the ground pounder and a few other people that I'm sure that you have in your circuit that's giving you a game. So what did we pack for the trip? And when I say pack, let's keep it motorcycle specific. So if it's Air Jordans, I don't really care about that. But as far as what you needed for the ride, what did you guys pack?
I wore my boots. I had a pair of boots, and I packed my sneakers for comfort in case we was sightseeing and walking around. But as far as clothing, I had one pair of pants, uh, 5 short sleeve shirts and 5 long sleeve shirts, and 4 underwear. We had heated gear, the jacket and pants, but we did not have heated gloves and heated boots.
I packed. Well, I wore my riding pants because usually when we go a long distance ride, I'm wearing my riding pants. I don't feel like switching out with jeans and stuff like that. So I wore my riding pants. I had my cold weather pants and jacket. I had my rain jacket, my pants, and my boots. I had brought one pair of sneakers because I said if my riding boots got messed up, I could wear my sneakers off and on. And I carried more so shirts and I think one pair of jeans because usually, regardless of where we ride, if there's a washing machine there, we're going to wash clothes. So I try not to bring as much because I know that if something happens, if there's a washer, then we're going to wash clothes. And that was pretty much it that I packed, besides like our snacks and stuff like that. I try not to pack heavy because it's like if there's a washing machine or if something happens, I know we can always go like to Walmart or something like that and shop and just get what we need. So that's pretty much all I pack.
I totally agree with that. If I'll carry, of course, my riding suit, my heated gear, extra gloves, those type of things. But I try to keep the clothes as minimum as humanly possible because the majority of your trip, and that's for our folks that are out there viewing this video today, the majority of your trip is going to be riding. It's going to be riding. For those who got month to take a month, to travel, that's cool. But for us folks that got to get where we got to get and get back to the house in a limited amount of time, think about that when you're packing. Pack for the ride, and pack for the ride. Don't worry about all the other stuff. Just like Linda said, you can go to Walmart and pick up additional things if you fall short. Is that accurate, fam?
Yes.
Okay, so again, this is Can-Am territory now. So tools, roadside emergency equipment. Do you guys carry the same thing we carry on the Harley, or do you bring additional things?
I had an air pump miniature air pump. I forgot the name. I got an air pump. Cause we got car tires on the bike. I carried a tire repair kit. I carried some antifreeze. In the old bike, we used to carry a bottle of oil. We didn't, because we know we can go 9,000 miles. I didn't carry oil, and I forgot my brake fluid, .4 for the 21s. So I had to, but that's all we had for an emergency. And then, zip ties,
Okay,
and
yeah,
black electrical tape just in case something happened.
yeah. I suggest that to all our riders. It is non-negotiable packing equipment. Electrical tape, zip ties is non-negotiable. Bring that on every trip because something will come out, a bolt will back off, something will happen, and a lot of things you'll be surprised. Especially like us military guys, we also understand all that field expedient stuff. 550 cord, zip ties, black engineering tape. It takes care of a lot of problems temporarily. So okay, okay, tire inflator. What about a jump box? For batteries. Okay, so jump box. Okay, very good. So okay,
They,
seem like
they never leave the bike anyway. They never leave. I got it in a black bag. They never leave the bike.
makes sense to me. Makes definitely good sense to me. So we're ready to rock and roll. We're doing 150 miles, according to Mama, 150 miles tank to tank. We got our emergency gear. We got our snacks. And we're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. The bikes have been serviced well. The bikes are ready to go. So, okay, we get on because are we coming from North Carolina to Jacksonville?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're coming. So North Carolina is what, 400?
400 miles.
Okay, so we're coming 400 miles to Jacksonville. What do you guys suggest if I'm coming from the Carolinas or Virginia or let's say if I'm coming from 400 miles out, would you guys suggest getting to Jacksonville and keep pushing, or would you suggest stopping in Jacksonville and getting a good start the next morning?
Yeah. Ride to Jacksonville, rest up, get you a good meal, and get you a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, for you guys' ride, y'all didn't get out until, y'all got up about 6 in the morning, maybe?
You said got up or got down there?
No, you took off. You left Jacksonville.
We left Jacksonville at 3 in the morning. I know you, because remember you said, I said, we trying to get to San Antonio.
Yeah. That's because you guys had a plan. Y'all had a plan. It's okay. So for the folks that don't know San Antonio, y'all tell me, folks, I'm saying San Antonio from Jacksonville, Florida is a little over 1,000. Am I correct?
1,068, I think.
1,068. Depends on where you're in San Antonio. It could be almost close to 1,100 miles. And it is no joke. It is no joke. I assure you there. Is that fair, fam?
Yeah.
Okay. And their strategy, because obviously you guys were trying to do some other challenges as well. So their strategy is they had a grown man, grown woman coming out the gate. If you ain't leaving, I'm gonna just put your own game, and I'm gonna turn it back over to my favorite couple. If you going to try to do San Antonio from Jacksonville, and you ain't willing to leave about 1:30 in the morning, stop it. You're asking for problems. It's not just because of the distance, and I'm going to turn it over to you guys, and I'm going to let y'all tell me how that first leg went, and then we'll get that answer at the end. So y'all take it from there. So we get up 3 in the morning, we get on the panhandle, and what we're doing.
It was nice going out the gate. I guess my first mistake was when I told you we were doing 1,000 miles, and I thought we had going into a 2-hour delay, a time zone. And you said, no, Ray, you only got an hour going behind time. And that's when you told me, I suggest you leave at 1 instead of 3. So we got out the gate at 3 and we got to the panhandle, which the temperature dropped. We stopped in Tallahassee and the temperature dropped significantly. Because going out the gate, it was like 75 that morning.
It was really
but
nice.
Tallahassee, the temperature dropped.
It will. It will.
Yeah.
Was there any fog that you guys experienced?
No.
No fog.
It was crystal clear.
Okay.
like on jump night, it was crystal clear, but the temperature dropped. We was not plugged. We was plugged in, but wasn't turned on. But once we got to Tallahassee, we turned on.
Hey, you remember the movie was Minister Society when the detective was interviewing the boys? I think his name was Bill Duke, and he said, so let's go over the story again. You know you messed up, right?
Yeah.
Hey, cause I told you, Ray Charles, I told you, you messed
did.
up, right?
I said I got 2 hours to play with it. You said, Ray, you got 1 hour.
Hey, when you posted and you guys shot your glimpse and everything was good to go, I kind of rolled over and I said, it's gonna work out. I said, because I understood that you guys didn't really want to leave at 1 a.m. I get it. That's a long, long ride. And it's very, for the folks that don't know out there, how dark is it back there on the Panhandle?
It's dark from Jacksonville to Tallahassee. Yes. It's dark.
Yeah.
Yes. And Bambi is out there.
Yes.
I think she counted about 5.
Right.
Yeah, Bambi's out there. Well, you did good then, because normally you're going to count about 25. And it's typically when you guys are leaving Jacksonville, going through Osceola Forest is where the deer get really bad. You remember that stretch of highway, say the first 30 miles outside of Jacksonville?
She said that's
before Lake. You remember it?
I just know I was focused straight ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's really, really bad out there going through that stretch. But once you get past 75, the 75-10 corridor, it starts to open up a little wider as you're getting closer to Tallahassee. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So any issues during that stretch, say let's take it from Jacksonville to Pensacola, any issues at all?
The first issue I had, and I'm quite sure some K&M can relate to this. I went to do my final check the night before, and my saddlebag wasn't closed. K&Ms have a lot of problem with this saddlebag. Once I got it closed, I locked it. Luckily, I didn't have nothing in there, and I never opened it. But from that point on, no issues. I think that was just the devil telling me, "Hey, you're gonna have a rough ride."
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna make it too easy.
I was out there for about an hour.
Man.
What were you doing? Like fighting with the saddlebag?
Yeah, we ain't gonna make it too easy, man. Yeah. But was the roads pretty clear for you guys? Obviously, as you guys told me, it was cold. So, normally that heat comes from the Gulf. So, if it wasn't warm out there, you probably wasn't gonna see any fog at all. But so was the road smooth? Was anything that riders need to worry about or be concerned with?
It was pretty nice. Like we got that morning, it was really nice weather starting off. I was really surprised because I didn't expect it to get that cold once we started in Tallahassee. But that's when it got cold. And then I had my heated jacket on already, and then that's when I turned it on. But also with the Can-Ams, based upon what you got, I got heated seats and heated grips.
Nice.
On my bike. So that helped too. But I was surprised because I didn't think that it gets cold like that. But it went from nice weather, and then when it got to Tallahassee, it got cold, and I was like, ooh. And then I said, hey, I'm finna plug in and put the heated on. But other than that, it was a smooth ride. It wasn't a lot of traffic out there, so that made it even nice. And the weather was good till we got a little colder and had to get some heat in us.
Okay, very good, very good. Hey, shout out to the ones that just came on to join us. C1s, I appreciate you, my guy. Smooth, Breezy does it, man. Appreciate you guys. Joe, what's happening down in South Florida? And oh, by the way, shout out to K Solo from K Solo, the Rider, the podcast with Logic, man. So he's on with us today. Hey, man, somebody told me K Solo ride motorcycles. They told me to ride a little bit, man. So shout out to him for being on with us this morning. Hey, so. Okay, so we get through the Panhandle of Florida, no issues, no problems. So now we're moving into, let's talk about, say, from Mississippi, it's just a blink of an eye. So Mississippi is what? Yeah, about an hour going through. Any issues in Mississippi?
Got her signed picture and got out.
Yeah.
There it is. We getting it. Okay, so going through, let's take it from, say, obviously once we hit Louisiana, there's a decision we have to make. We can go around New Orleans or we go through New Orleans. Am I correct?
You did straight 10.
We stay straight 10. All I
Straight
remember you
10.
saying,
Stay on
stay
10.
10.
Okay.
Stay 10.
Okay.
Don't look at your GPS, stay 10. And that's when I took the lead. Because at nighttime, I tell them, hey, you got the lead. But when it gets sun out and I can see, I said, then I'll take the lead. And all I remember in your head, you kept on saying, stay 10. Your GPS might tell you to turn off, but stay 10, stay 10. So I just focused
avoid the
on
traffic.
the sign and just kept on following 10 all the way through.
Okay. Okay.
So it was a pretty good ride.
So any issues and we skipped Mobile. Any issues in Mobile and New Orleans? Any issues?
New Orleans, as you got near the airport.
Right.
As you get near the airport, that's when I think we ran into a snack for about 15, 20 miles with a slowdown.
Was it an accident or something like that?
No, it was the traffic. I think for the airport.
I don't know if they was going to the airport. Like, I think it split from 10 to something because we was going toward Baton Rouge and they was going toward the airport, wherever that split is. So once we got up there, we was clear sailing again.
Okay. Okay.